You know the name, and you know the game. It is none other than the Monsoon Commando, back at you guys with attempt number 29 on Monsoon. Here on Monsoon Commando, I bring you guys a premium Commando gameplay on Monsoon. All to the tunes of my favorite game OST music. It's the hardest character. You know it's the hardest difficulty. But did you know? Fun fact. It is all hard boiled all day. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. Well, tell you what. Maybe you didn't know that. But here's one thing I think everyone should know. If you do not like the Commando, look to my left, look to my right. Anybody here who doesn't like Commando? Anybody? Guess what? You're a butt. If you guys want to support the channel, you can like, comment, share, and all that good stuff to help more folks hack the algorithm and let more people see the badassery that is the Monsoon Commando. You can see my sub goals on the bottom right corner of the screen. If you guys want to super support the channel, then feel free to get me some bread, and when I hit my goals, then you guys run the show. I'll switch characters, whoever you want to see me play as, I'll do that. Play different game modes, all that good stuff. Multiplayer, everything. Yeah, if you guys want to learn some more, check out the links in the description below. Get my screen right here. Make sure everyone can see the greatness. Can you see it? Can you see? Can you see? See. Boy, this RNG is not looking too hot right now. See if we can get a blue portal here. So if you've been watching me for any stretch of time, then you'll know that I've been unjustly robbed of many a victory in this game, which isn't that uncommon for people who play this game for sport. Don't know why you would, but if you're also a tortured soul like myself, you just enjoy the brutality of it all and just really enjoy putting yourself through such pain and suffering, for fun. Yeah, there's hope. Woo! There's hope, guys. Did you know that some enemies, well, sometimes they'll be pretty nice, and they'll drop some jewelry on the ground for you. You guys know what jewelry is? If you don't, if you know what jewelry is, then keep up. If you don't, keep up anyway. What? Oh, I just spent money. Anywho, occasionally, enemies will drop some lunar coins. I guess that's not jewelry, but they'll drop lunar coins, and you can take these coins to the new altar, and at the new altar, you can use one of the coins to open the blue portal. Go through the blue portal, you have a chance to trade your items, trade them up, get some upgrades going. So the last few days since my last live stream, I have been practicing, I've been training, and I've been looking up some of these new altar locations. And I think I'm gonna start using them, starting today. Because sometimes I get some bad items, guys. I'm not gonna lie. There are times where I play this game and my items are some poopy butt. And I get upset because I'm like, dang, these items are not gonna help me win. They're here, but I just don't see a victory in sight. And it stinks because I want to win. Everybody wants to win. We all want to win. Normally I take the war banner, but it is what it is. Everybody wants to see a victory. But what stinks is when you play this game for hours on end and you get your items and you do what you're supposed to do, and the RNG just says, no, you're not going to win today. We're going to give you some poopy butt items, and we don't want you to see victory. We don't want you to obliterate. We want you to not get 10 bonus lunar coins for kicking butt. We want you to have a bad time and never play this game again. And that doesn't feel good, guys. It does not feel good at all. So that's why I've started looking up these new altar locations, and I'm gonna do my darnest to see victory, even if I get poop RNG like I did today. I mean, what is this, man? 2 topaz brooches? Come on, be real. There's nothing amusing about this build right now. Okay, it's a little funny. I just want to be cool. All right, I got a fire ring. I'm gonna have to boogie on the next stage. We'll see what we can throw together against the boss. I'm just gonna go straight for the boss. I've got a great way to stack up some bonus health, because 2 topaz brooches means a lot of health barrier for killing enemies. So fun times. Oh yeah, I wanted to try something different tonight. I'm gonna go on Ask Reddit, and we're gonna read some weird Reddits while we play, because you know these first few stages are kind of a snooze fest, and I'm here to entertain the fans. Okay, the first one is, who is hotter, Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin or Beyonce? Well, I don't know who either of those people are, so we're gonna skip that one. I'm just kidding. Probably Beyonce, but I'm just guessing. I don't know who Robert Plant is. I'm just gonna go ahead and go out on a limb and say if I saw them two, both of them, I would 100% more likely find Beyonce attractive. So we're gonna say Beyonce. That was a freebie. Okay, the next question says, chosen ones, whose lies do you see through? I'm actually, I'll be honest, I'm actually not very good at seeing through lies. I stink at it. People lie to me, and I have a hard time telling when people are lying to me. The only lie that I, of course, can see through with relative ease, you probably know what I'm about to say, is that, well, come on, Commando is, if you don't like the Commando, you're a butt. So anybody who smack talks the Commando, I mean, that's a lie. You don't need glasses or bifocals to see through that. Like, duh. Someone's obviously trolling. I don't know. You know, in my days, I've had a few I've dealt with some dishonest people before, and they took advantage of my innocence, and they told me some lies that, looking back now, I can totally tell, like, hey, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, as for whose lies I see through, just the people who try to, you know what, all right, I'll be honest. Someone who tries to make themselves look bigger by putting other people down. Those are the people whose lies I can see through very easily. Because you shouldn't have to put people down to big up yourself. You should just, you know, let your accomplishments speak for themselves, you know? So I kind of like try to tell people about like content creation, stuff like that. Like, people are gonna be jelly and try to make you feel bad, and you have to be able to say, you know, whoa, dude. They'll try to tell you that your work isn't good enough, and you have to see through that and see that they don't honestly think that they're just trying to put you down. So you have to be able to, the people who put down others, I'd say those are the lies those are the lies that I see through. Assuming I'm a chosen one. I'd like to think I'm a chosen one, chosen for something. I mean, nobody else was doing Monsoon Commando before I came along, so I'd like to think I was at least chosen for this, if anything. Oh, and teaching. I used to be a teacher, so that too. Yeah, how did I forget that? When I was a teacher, like to think I was chosen for that. So yeah. What the heck? How did that happen? That thing took the... It followed me all the way. How rude. Eat hot fire. Here he goes. One soda can is more than enough to do. Okay. 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 I guess it's just gonna keep rolling back and forth, waiting for me to mess up so it can hit me. That was not nice. Let's go get those items from the beginning of the board. Next question. What is an important but often overlooked issue in society today? I would say... Oh, I forgot to get the blue portal. Definitely empathy and caring for your fellow man. I think that is a huge missed opportunity. People do not really seem to care for other people. It's really sad, honestly. I think that's the biggest issue that we have in society. It's just people just not having empathy or caring for others. That's part of what makes virtue signaling such a hot button, because a hot button issue, because it's like, well, you have to do this because it's the right thing to do. But how often do people earnestly say, you know, I believe this, and I think that the world would be better if people were more like this. But I also understand that everyone has different backgrounds, and if you don't agree with me, then you don't agree with me. I hope that you're able to deal with any negative emotions that keep you from seeing the good that this position has to offer. And let's just agree to disagree, man. But usually it's more like, hey, you don't agree with me? Well, hey, you're a piece of poop and you're wrong. I mean, unless we're talking about hating on Monsoon Commando, obviously you're a butt if you don't like the Commando. But I said it twice. Outside of that though, it's like, come on. So I say empathy. And that it's very important. You need to be able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and see, like, you know, what made them the way that they are. I'll say this, I'm not gonna go too personal, but I've had family members that I didn't get along with just based on, like, you know, family drama. And one of the biggest things that helped me get through it was empathy. Taking time to think about their experience, their lived experience, and like what they might have gone through to make them the way they are, or at least make them do the things that they do. Let me put it like that. Haha. Oh, I'm getting that. I don't even want to deal with y'all. Where is that teleporter? Oh, I didn't make it. Dang it. He can dream though, can he? Just looking for Shredder. Wait, what if I can find a blue portal? Ooh, let's do that first. All right, there are only a couple places where it could be, so we'll look there. Yeah, yes. That was a weird reaction, but I'm excited, man. I like finding the new altar. It's cool because like I just didn't pay much attention to it for a long time, and now that I know where to find them, it's like, yeah, hey, whoa, it's like, yeah, you know. yeah, I have people in my family. We didn't get along for a while because of drama, and it was always just like neither of us. I'm not even gonna put on just on what I did right or what or this, but just like the fact that no one was thinking about the other person. Like I was like, well, you did this thing that was wrong to me, and they're like, well, I went through this in my childhood, so that's what makes me do these things. And it's like you don't even care. And it's like, okay, but you still can't do this to me. And they're like, well, I can't help it because I don't know any other way. And I'm like, well, what would make a person say, hey, I don't know better, or I don't know any better, or I haven't learned, or whatever? Like, what would make a person be like that? You know, and I just imagine, like, what would I be like if I went through what they went through, and just like the little bits and pieces that I know. I said, dang, you know, if I went through what that person went through, I don't think I would be a very nice person. And so I don't even think I could fathom being, like, I say that what they're doing is wrong, but I doubt that I would come out any better than they did, you know? So, you know what? I'm just gonna cut that person some slack. I still don't like what they're doing, but, you know, I'm more willing to forgive them now. And once I started doing that, it started with one person in my family. It started with one, and then it went to another. Then it started extending outward to like other people, like outside my family. Like I would meet other people and have, oh no! Avoid magma worm? That is a problem. Oh boy. Okay, well, silver lining. The game can't spawn anything else, so. Oh god, if that thing touches me even once, my run is over. Are there any other enemies, like anywhere else, who can help? Anyone? No? Alright, well, we might have to start this drain over because I don't foresee myself being victorious here. I just don't see it. I believe in myself and all, but come on. Literally, I just have to get hit one time and my whole drain is over, so why are you helping? No! Dang, if only I had a lightning perforator, I could at least. See, if I had the charge perforator, people talk bad about it, but listen, charge perforator combined with any ice or fire ring, it's auto proc on Commando, auto proc. The second that they get struck by lightning, it's gonna proc the drain. So the you know what I'm talking about. It's gonna proc the ice or fire band immediately. Suck it. Yeah. I was saying that in my experience that I just found that just having empathy, man, and taking the time to put yourself in another person's shoes and see, like, dang, what would I, like, you know, like, why on earth do they do the things that they do, and what makes them do it versus just like, why me? I think a lot of times people take things so personally, you know, and that's not to say that people can't have their own pain and their own experience, not to take away from that, but it's like sometimes it's not that, not everybody's out to get you, man. Sometimes people are just hurting and they don't know how to deal with it, so they take it out on others, and you just happen to be the other person they take it out on, and that can be, what the heck, what is it? Where? Oh, they're over here. Wellity, wellity, wellity. Look who it is. Mr. Beefin' Butt. You're out of here. You're fired. Next. Come on, Goobo! Come on, Goobo. Get him. Go get him, boy. Go get him. Go get him. Where you going, Goobo? About to get paid. About to take some damage. Oh, yeah. Bye, Goobo. Alright, it's time to collect. It's time to call 1-800 collect. It's time. It's call collect and start collecting some of this money. Okay, yeah, so definitely I said empathy is yeah, so that's something I believe is something that's overlooked. People don't understand what it's like to be other people, and they don't even want to imagine what it's like to be someone else. They instead will say, well, based on these attributes, these presumed attributes about someone, I believe that you should care about them, or you should take an emotional stake in their livelihood because they've gone through it. But they don't actually take the time to consider, like, damn, what is it like to be this person? And there's so many things that are like off limits now. Like, people don't even say, like, people will say things like I went to a bar recently, and I was talking to a guy about like modern political stuff. And not to get too much into it, you probably can figure out what I'm about to say, but the guy says to me that, you know, I don't really have a right to comment on your experience because I don't have the same background as you. And I was like, well, I told him, like, I disagree, man. Like, what do you think it's like? Think about it, like, based on what you know, put it together, you know? Like, what do you think my experience is? Like, you actually have that. Come on, not cool, man, not cool. Is this worth it? I don't have any type of healing whatsoever, but I'd be a real glass cannon though. Might be too early for this. We're gonna get it anyway. We're going to Siren's Call. But yeah, like, people don't even take the time to, because there isn't any empathy, people don't actually want to consider another person's, they don't want to take time to actually consider. There we go. Whoa! Whoa! I didn't even know I had Firefox open all this time. So, I already apologized in advance for the degraded stream quality because I'm sure it was eating up a lot of memory. Getting out of here. Don't come this way. Any Resident Evil 1 fans in here? People who've beaten the first game? Don't come this way! Only a spoiler if you know what I'm talking about. In which case, it's not really a spoiler, is it? But yeah, man, like, if you can't even, if you're like, oh, this is off limits because I don't have the same background, or I'm not of the same cultural whatever, then it's like, well, dang, how are you gonna actually comment? How are you ever gonna say, how can you really say, like, hey, I think people should care about things that affect you because of your background? Like, you don't even know my background, you just know what I look like, and you're using that as a metric for to validate my experience instead of saying for yourself, like, based on what I know about you, you definitely could use some loving. Which takes me to my next point about empathy. We're gonna stay on this one for a brick, y'all. Because there isn't, oh nice, because there's a lack of empathy, people need to, like, you need to qualify for any type of care or consideration, and I think that is really bad. I don't like that at all. I believe that's what's really messing up society. Like, you need to be qualified for someone to care about you. Like, that's not cool, man. Why can't people just care about each other, regardless of your background or anything? Like, why can't I just say, hey, you're a human being, I'm a human being, and I want you to do well, and I want to do well, and I'll do what I can to help you, and vice versa. Why do I first have to look at your color of your skin and like your background and how you identify, all these other things? Like, why is that a prerequisite? Like, if you saw a person, if there's a person being attacked, right, on the street, and you were an EMT, oh, bitchin'. If you're an EMT, you're not gonna say, wait a minute, what color is the person's skin before I start resuscitating them? Or wait, what does this person identify as? Or how do they vote? Before I resuscitate you, what are your politics and all these other things? Like, nah, it's like, it's a person who needs help, man, help them out. Unless they're doing something to hurt other people, obviously. You know, but anywho, because people lack empathy, most folks don't actually take the time to care about their fellow man. You don't care about your fellow man, then you're looking for, it's like people are being conditioned to only care. It's like, it's so transactional. Like, if you do this, then I'll care about you. If you say this and you act this way, or you dress this way, or identify like this, or you agree with these points, then then okay, you're meaningful. Otherwise, you know, you might as well just call it quits. And I don't think that's nice. You know, they say you catch more bees with honey, and I know that there are some folks out there who have certain ideas and talking points and politics and identify certain ways that don't treat people very well, and they're not nice. But that's usually because of, that's usually because of who they are, not because of the politics or anything else. A lot of times that just comes from like a bad person's gonna be a bad person. It doesn't matter how they vote or anything like that. Like, you know, if they're a POS, they're a POS, and nothing's gonna change that. Like butter, baby. Butterworth. Call me Mr. Butterworth in this B. Call me Mr. Butterworth. Where are all these enemies coming from? They were not here before. I usually don't go for blue items, but when I do, I always want to get a shaped glass, because why not? Who is still alive? I'm seeing this thing smacking people left and right. Who is still here? You can't go wrong with that. Do I have any regular items I don't want to lose? I didn't know I had a cautious slug. Well. I actually forgot I had that. That was a freebie. I was just willing to, hey, I didn't care. I'll risk it all, baby. That's really wanted a will-o-wisp. I'm surprised there are enemies that are still here, man. This is wild. I thought I got everybody. Lone jellyfish, eh? Not for long. Hey, you. You suck. I'll take a bathroom break after this. Oh, shoot. I thought I had double jump. I don't know why I thought that. Oh, gosh. That was not good. Get him, Goobo! Do I have any other type of healing? I do. I just gotta stand still for a little bit. There it is. Yeah, Goobo. Oh my. Go bleeding. Go everything else. Go Goobo. Fix him, Goobo. Fix it. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Why is that range so large? And you miss, sucker. You ain't nothing but a ham dog. What we get? What we get? That's actually not a bad item. All right, I think that's everything. I might just head up here real quick. What's this? New friend. I had this one run where I just stacked so many turrets, drones, everything. I just was going absolutely bonkers. I traded all my green items for all will-o-wisp. No, that's not worth it. Anyway, I went just absolutely bonkers, man. It was just wild, and I happened to get a Solus control unit on one stage. I think it was on Sky Meadow, and I got the probe things. Man, very badass. Like, the more allies you have, the more damage they deal. So that was a very nice addition to my build. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. I'm going to be right back in 1 second. I have returned. Okay. Hope I remember to set a new. Yep. All right, guys. Make sure you take breaks regularly, please. If you're playing games, make sure you get. Oh, why? What did I do? What do I do? Make sure you take breaks regularly, gang. Do not just sit at the computer. And also, no, that wasn't what I was going to say originally, but I thought I'd throw that in there. Guys, make sure you drink lots of water. It's not a game out here. I know that not everybody, regardless of what your take is for your health and all this other stuff, I don't care. Please stay hydrated. You do not want to catch a heat stroke. It's not a game. Okay? Can I get him from here? Shoot. Maybe I can just stand still and heal. I didn't want to stand over there anymore anyway. That spot was ugly, like you. Yo, he got yanked. Holy cow. Oh, no, you don't. Get thee away from me. Get thee away from me. Think y'all slick, and you're not. There's another one? No, those are the smaller ones. What the? What in creation? What do you call this? Hey, yo! And you can't say that it was the heat from the grandparent because he didn't even spawn yet. What in creation? What do you call that? Anyway, do not let me pick up a guillotine. I will end you, mate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Burn him, set fire upon him. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Kind of want that item though, but I'll wait. I'll be patient. Even the Gups can't deny the greatness That is the war banner. Even though you can't use it, they want to stand. They want it so bad. They're just like, I have to stand over here. I know I can't be as great as you, Monsoon, but I wish to goodness that I could be. All right, I'm getting out of there, man. Too much stuff going on. Sheesh! Shmoney. Is that it? Face me, coward. Face out where they fall. I don't think I've ever gotten this much money on Sky Metal before. It was wild. Maybe if it was a war banner printer, then I might think about it. But Monsoon ain't no chump, so sorry, Charlie. I probably should have hit the blue portal on this stage because I saw that there was a printer, a scrapper over yonder. I bet the new altar's right there too, but it's all good. No worries, mate. We'll get it next time. Maybe not. It depends on what stage I get next. I don't know where the new altars are on this snowy place yet. Wow, they are mad stingy with these items on the stage. Oh shoot! I missed my jump. That's okay though. All right, let's get to the next question. The next question is, people of color who move to majority white suburban areas, how did you find your friends? Okay, well, I don't live in a majority white area. Woo! Two? I live in an area that's actually pretty mixed, so I mean, there are also a lot of white people, and I went to a school that's predominantly white. When I was in like, would you call that younger school? Middle school. There you go. Jeez, I went to a majority white middle school. I would say the best way to make friends. And you know what? When I was a kid, actually, even my elementary school was pretty diverse as well. But I am somebody who plays a lot of Magic the Gathering, so we can use that for context. Yeah. Okay. So, and a lot of, actually, you know what, to be honest, most of the hobbies that I've taken up over the years are majority like white dominated place, like fields or whatever you want to call it. Like, it's mostly white people who play Magic and skate and stuff like that. Oh, I have to though. I have to. I need it. I actually need to. If I don't do it, I'll be. Okay then. Okay then. Okay then. Did I open that? I did. Okay. But yeah, majority of my hobbies and stuff, I like skating, I like kayaking, I like playing Magic the Gathering, I listen to a lot of drum and bass music, a lot of electronic music. So a lot of the stuff that I like is mostly white people are into it. But I have found that the best way to make friends is to, in general, is just explore your hobbies, man. Go around to places that take your hobby, hold it in high regard, and then just network with the people there. You're gonna have some folks that are less desirable and you're not really gonna want to deal with, and vice versa. But you know what? It's not the end of the world. Like, that's just something you actually have to learn how to deal with that. Like, something that I'd say, I don't know if there's a theme on Ask Reddit tonight. I sorted it by new. I didn't even sort it by hot, so I don't know why I'm getting all these questions around politics and race and stuff. But anyway, part of life is learning how to deal with the unknown. When I was in middle school, my first year, it was me and, jeez Louise. Oh, I kind of have to take you out. I kind of have to, because you're gonna spawn your little babies. We can't have that now, can we? There we go. Thank you. Okay. Find that teleport and get on somewhere. Oh yeah, so my first year of middle school, me and my friends from elementary school did not have the same. Two of them were in the same PE class, and they managed to switch their schedules to have the same PE teacher with like some of our other friends from middle school. People weren't in our friend group, but like, you know, we knew each other. Anyway, they finagled it, and they were telling me to do the same thing. So I went to talk to my guidance counselor, but my counselor was not cool with that. So my counselor said, well, you're in middle school, you're in a new school, and I know your friends are in this one class, but maybe it's time for you to actually make new friends and meet new people. I didn't really like that, but I ended up meeting like a pretty good friend of mine who like I stayed in touch with for filth and lies. I can take out that one. Cut and run, baby. Cut and run. That's how we do it. That's how we stay alive. We cut and run. You want some? Come get some! I'm the person with the spikes now. Anybody see Soul Men? Oh Lord. Okay, guys. So yeah, my friends, different middle school, or went to middle school. We were friends in elementary school, moved to middle school, and they managed to talk to their counselors into putting them in the same PE class. I wanted to be in that class too, so I talked to my counselor. But my counselor said, well, I know you want to be with your friends, but maybe this is a chance for you to meet some new people and make some new friends. And I did make some new friends. I met some folks who went to a different school who I didn't know. I also met some cool kids who went to my elementary school, but we never had class together or anything, so I never even knew them. It just through talking to them, I was like, oh, you went to such and such a school too? No way. Me too. You can't catch me. Can't catch me. I'm so rich the money can't even keep up with me. Jeez Louise, oh my gosh, they are getting yanked. So satisfying to see. Alright, so bringing it back around now, as a person of color, trying to make friends in a predominantly white area, man, just whatever you like to do, you know, go find people who like, actually no, I'll do even one better. I would challenge people, if you're, regardless of where your background is, if you move to a new area that you don't know, see what the people out there like to do. Get outside, get around. There has to be a community center, a park, something nearby. Go and network. You know, sports are a great way to do that too. Go and see what other folks out around your way like to do. And, you know, see if you can pick it up. Maybe you're in an area where people, you know, one sport I never learned to play was lacrosse. And I know that it's popular among, I mean, a lot of white dudes played lacrosse when I was in high school. The lacrosse team was predominantly white at my high school. You know, my high school was mixed. It was mostly white kids on that team. So I would say, you know, but at the same time, there were a couple of dudes, a few people who are black and Hispanic who are also on the lacrosse team. And I knew those guys too. We like, or at least for people who were in my grade. I'm talking about people in my year who played on the lacrosse team who graduated my year. It was predominantly white, but the black dudes who I knew on the team, they played football. They played sports in middle school, but in high school they played football for the first couple years, and then they moved over to lacrosse. And it's like, they never, imagine if they had never played it, they never would have got to know those kids because they weren't even in the same social circles. So, you know, if you want to get to know people who are outside of your race or background, or whatever you want to call it, you know, see what they do and go hang out with them, man. See what other people are doing. Go network. You know, it's the easiest time to make friends is when you're in, as a grown-ass adult. The easiest time to make friends is when you're in school, because when you can say, oh, hey, we're in the same class together, or hey, we have recess together, you know, or play on a sports team, y'all all play together. But when you're an adult, that shit is very difficult, especially once you get like politics and all these other things involved. Like when you're in high school, you don't have to worry about that. You know, you might have somebody who don't like this, who plays, you could be a Eagles fan, the other person a Cowboys fan in middle school, and y'all could be friends, just talk smack to each other. But when you're an adult, that could be, well, actually no, I'm not gonna use that as an example. I renege on that, because sports again are different. Sports usually bring people together, so you can usually bond over that. Even if your teams are rivals, then that can give you something to bond over. But my point is that as an adult, I can tell you that there aren't many opportunities to go and meet new people who you don't know. Like if you don't, I mean, I go to work, I go to the gym, and I do this. that's my life. I go to work, I go to the gym, I stream Risk of Rain 2, and I spend time, I go to try to catch live music shows and concerts and stuff like that in my area. Go to bars, and that's about it. But even like, you go to bars, sometimes people are chilling with their friends, or they want to chill by themselves. So you're not always, oh, that was another one. Let's go. Don't I have scrap? I do have scrap. I ain't using none of that though. Rather upgrade. Let me upgrade you. Here we go. Ugly. Very ugly. Super ugly. Oh no! This is not good. 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 Yeah! Yeah! No! Don't shoot me! Shoot them! Keep shooting them! What the heck was that? I thought we were going to ride out together, man. He just started. Gunfire turned turned deadly. That was not okay. Alright, let me see if I can just go over there now. I can teleport a little bit. Whoa! No, 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 no! Holy shit! Now, alright, y'all, so I'm gonna put you on some game real quick, alright? What you saw the cake. What is happening? Why are you here? What? What? No! What killed me? Oh, it was the daggone thing. I probably got hit by one of the clay pots. GG. Alright, I'm gonna put you on some game real quick. What you saw the Clay Templar do just now, that's not what you do when you go to a new neighborhood. If you are a person of color in an all-white neighborhood, if you're a white person in a mixed neighborhood or anything like that, do not be like the Clay Templar. Do not say, like, see how it's Clay Templar was fighting the void enemies? I was fighting the void enemies. And it was like, hey, look, we're both trying to survive against void enemies. Let's be a team. And then the Clay Templar was like, no, I don't like you. Die. That's not what you're supposed to do. Me and the Clay Templar could have been friends if he would only have just not been stubborn and let us bond over our shared desire to survive an assault by void enemies. But no, he had to be difficult. So do not do that. If you want to know my advice, people of color who move to an all-white neighborhood or vice versa, because it can go both ways. See what the people around you are into and rock with them on that. Try to get with them on that. You know what I mean? I think that's a good way to do it. When I was at community college, there were a lot of people who were playing Yu-Gi-Oh, right? And it was like a resurgence of Yu-Gi-Oh. This probably should tell you how old I am. If you can't already tell how old I am, then I'm not gonna say it. Piece it together. But there was a resurgence of Yu-Gi-Oh. All the kids were bringing out their old cards from when we were younger, playing our old decks and stuff like that. And then people got into it and started getting into the competitive scene and yada yada yada. So I said, hey, I've got some old Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm about to throw a deck together. I'm gonna play with these guys too. And I got my ass handed to me, so that wasn't very fun. But at least I got to know like the tabletop guys at the tabletop community at my school. I didn't even know such a thing existed. You know, I learned about Settlers of Catan or Cathar, whatever you want to call it. I learned about Cardfight Vanguard. Vicious anime. If you haven't seen Cardfight Vanguard, please find the original run of it. We talk about the original 200 episodes or whatever it was, like when it first came out. That's card anime at its finest. I think Mother's Basement did a video on that too, but I'm digressing. So I learned a lot about tabletop games from those guys. I also, after getting my ass handed to me so many times, decided, hey, you know what, I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh is for me. So I saw these guys playing this other card game one day, and one dude had a wolf deck, the other guy had a zombie deck, and that's how Monsoon Commando got into Magic the Gathering. So because I decided to venture outside of my comfort zone and go and interact with people who I didn't normally hang out with or anything like that, I was able to not only get into an old hobby, but pick up a new one. So definitely I'd say you want to go out and see what other people in your area are into and just try to network, man. That's my advice. And that's if you're white, you're black. I honestly do not care. Whatever color your skin is, wherever your background is, If you're West Indian, if you're Jamaican, or you're Trinidadian, or you're from Barbados, Grenada, I don't, whatever, man. You go to a new place, see what the people there are into. I'll give y'all another story. My father, when he came to this country, he wanted to see what other people, what sports were popular here, because in Jamaica, everybody's into the football, but you people here call it soccer, but back in Jamaica it's football. That's what people are into, is football and cricket back in Jamaica. But in America, nobody know anything about cricket over here, or really soccer like that, unless you're like really into it. So my dad, he saw American football. It was American football and baseball. Baseball was too boring for him, so he watched American football. And after a while, he started to like the New York Giants. So he was a Giants fan. I am not a Giants fan. I do not like them. Say whatever you want, fight me, don't care. Unsub, don't give a crap, report me. I don't like New York Giants. My team is Philadelphia Eagles all the way. Not even to be a contrarian, but I'm just saying that's my team. So my dad learned about American football and he found the New York Giants. I learned about Yu-Gi-Oh, about tabletop games, Yu-Gi-Oh, Cardfight Vanguard, Magic the Gathering, and I got into Magic. I mean, it's really, that's the best advice, man. You go to a new area, people who you're not familiar with, just go and hang out and see what people like and get to know them. Okay, on to the next one. Right after I actually will take a break before I come back to this question. Actually, this question is pretty easy. People who have crossed eyes. This is very random. People who have crossed eyes, do you also see what your quote-unquote lazy wandering eye is looking at, or just what your good eye is focused on? Now, I am not cross-eyed by any means. I can cross my eyes, but I am not cross-eyed. I would assume that whatever's within the peripheral of both. Oh, wow. Okay, 2 runs in a row. Let's get it, man. Let's do it. I would just assume whatever's in your peripherals, that's what you see. I'm not cross-eyed, but people who are cross-eyed, let me know in the comments or on that on ask Reddit. Either way, man. People want to know. I don't really care, but somebody out there does. They cared enough to ask a question on Reddit, so make of that what you will. Ooh, you know what? This next question is very spicy. It's a very, very, very spicy meatball. So you know what? I'm going to take a quick break. And we're going to hit this one because this is a good question. All right, I will be right back, y'all. Okay, I am back, and I have to say this song is this Metal Gear Solid song in particular goes right in line. I got an ATG again. Nice. Anywho, it goes right in line with the nature of the next song we're about to put on, or next question from Ask Reddit. All right. So, Ask Reddit says, people who... Nope, that ain't it. Oh, I guess not. There's a question before that. All right, so with school here, who's the worst teacher you ever had? I can tell you who my worst teacher was. This one guy, I ain't gonna say his name, man, but I had a gym teacher in middle school who was just such a jerk, man. Actually, no, I don't know who... Yeah, no, he was a jerk. He used to just, like, talk down to me all the time for no reason. And one day he told me I was a spaz one day. I honestly don't know what that means. I know there's like a lot of controversy with that now, with that word. I don't know what it means, but he called me a spaz one time and was just like, I know you hate me, so if you want to hit me, you can. Just punch me in the face. If you want to do it, you can. I was just like, what the heck? That dude was weird, man. He was so strange. I know that a lot of guys use that for, like, it's like a way of, it's like a conflict resolution tactic of, hey, if we fight, then we can get out of our systems and we can be cool again. But I've never met anybody who I have to fight to deal with stuff. Like everybody who I get into it with, we usually just talk it out with our words, man. You know, and also like, I don't know. It's not like he's saying, "Hey, let's spar because we don't like each other." It's like I don't know. Anybody who watches Better Call Saul, you know what I'm talking about. But this guy is more like, nah, like just hit me. It's like, what the heck? Yeah, I didn't like it. I had a similar teacher who was I'll just say this, I just don't like people who power trip. It's just the biggest annoyance to me. I do not like it when people get a little bit of authority and think that they're God because of it, and they like to act out. You know, it's not cool, man. I've had quite a few teachers who do that. That's pretty much like, in summation, what my driving force of, and you miss, that's the driving force behind what I do not like about teachers, or teachers I don't like. Laser this. Am I still in the tail? I am. Okay, good. No, it's not off cooldown. I gotta say, that last run went very well. I'm proud of myself, man. I went in, man. I kicked some butt, some booty. I really kicked some booty. That was good. I don't like how it ended, but hey, I typically do not like how my runs end. So, surprise, surprise, right? I don't have anything to recycle. I am pleased. Yeah, I don't. For me, teachers who power trip, who are like, "Oh, I have authority because I can write your grades and I can give you detention or whatever," or like, I just do not like that. It's a very unattractive quality for a person to have. I don't care where. It's just not cool, man. As a teacher, your job is supposed to be to educate and help cultivate the next generation or whatever. And if you're constantly trying to sun people and be like, "Oh, I'm better than you," or I have power over you, you better listen to me, like, that's just not cool, man. It's really not. All right, I don't see much else here. Anything? No. I had this one math teacher back in high school, also not going to say their name, and this guy was like, it's weird because, you know, he actually was cool one-on-one. Like, I'd asked him for help with homework and stuff when I was taking, he was a math teacher, that's all I'm gonna say. But I used to ask him for help and stuff like that outside of class. He was cool. He was genuinely willing to help students who were struggling, but he also had this bad habit of, whenever we did tests, whenever we had like a test, he would take it in tandem with us, and then of course finish before everybody, and then talk about how, "Oh, I finished the test first," and you know, whatever. And it wasn't like a silly jokey kind of thing. He would just kind of be like, "Oh, well, you all should be done with this test by now, and everyone should be walking out of the class and ready to leave, but of course you guys aren't studying the way you're supposed to, so blah blah blah." You know, it's just, I just don't like that, man. I don't like it. I don't think that's a good way to motivate students. Shoot. Nice. I don't think it's a good way to motivate your students, man. It's not good. Light bulb. Free money. Did I miss? More free money. Direct hit. Sorry, gang. Gotta concentrate. A lot going on. More free money. All right, I have more than enough to buy out. Well, buy something. Whatever it is, I'll take it. Oh no! That's a cleansing pool. Okay, that's helpful. I have a war horn? What is why am I not noticing these items, man? Weird. Go get yours. Alright, where is the telly? Ah, nuts. Yes, yes, I like getting new items, but where's... Oh, found ya. Get ready for Professor Chaos! You gotta beat them both. There's gotta be one of them. Gosh darn, why are there so many? Time to abuse the confusion. Sayonara, suckers! Whoa! Badass. Oh no! Not badass. Sheesh. Yeah, when I was a teacher, I didn't do that. I was a tutor, and I had my own tutoring business, and I also worked at my school. But like, I never did that with students. I never ever once would try to flex and be like, yeah, I know this problem. What do you mean you don't know it? Like, that's so dumb. I don't see how that doesn't really. It doesn't accomplish anything. It's just so ego driven. I don't know. I guess some people become teachers for different reasons, but I've always felt as though. I've always believed that as a teacher, I should be inspiring others and trying to help them, you know, even if you don't care about math, you don't have to care. Like, I care enough about the quality of your studying so that you can get a better grade. How about that? Like that was really my main focus. You know, most of my students, they just sucked at studying. They weren't even bad at math. They just didn't know how to study properly. You know, they TV, Netflix, and music, and you know, all other types of bullshit. Excuse me, but you know, BS going on in the background. And it wasn't until that, you know, I came along. For most of them, I would just ask them like, show me how you study, to explain to me how do you do it. You know, I had one student who would actually put on music and Netflix simultaneously while they studied, and like, and then be there for 8 hours getting nothing done and wondering, dang, why am I having such a hard time with this? You know, like you're mad distracted for starters. But you know, I didn't judge them. I just guided them. And I had a couple of students who, you know, my goal was just to be like, look, man, I want you to not need me anymore. I'm here to answer your questions and help you out, but I would rather like have a student for a little bit and help them correct something small that they didn't realize they were doing, and then they just say, all right, bye, thanks. You know, it is a little sad, but at the same time, like, I feel good knowing that they're successful. That's what matters most to me. So yeah, worst teachers I had, I'll say that the worst types of teachers to me are ones who try to either belittle you for not knowing things or abuse their power. That's not good. That's no good, man. Okay, now to answer the question that I really wanted to answer. After I check to see what my timer says here. Okay, yeah, I got time. All right. People who have been cheated on. How did you find out? I have a Hopple feather. When did I, bro? When am I? What? All right, I should really pay attention to my build because this is so shocking. I didn't even know I had it. Okay, ATG. We got Warhorn. We got 7 leaf. Leaping Ducky Ducks, Mighty Ducks. We got Safer Spaces. We got the Watch. We got the Roly. Harvester Side. Okay. So pretty much my game plan right now. Shoot him up, shoot him up. What? On a gold chest. How much is it? 38, 36. Making good time. All right, let's make better time and get up out of here. Nope. You'll have to catch me first. Curses, I thought it was down here. But then where the heck is it? Hang on, y'all. I'll get to this question in a second, but I gotta find this teleporter first. Hang on. It was down here. Whatever. I don't have any hit. Change directions in midair. Well, this isn't fair. I have nowhere to hide. You think I like fighting like this? You think I enjoy this? Because I don't. I really do not. So stressful. When did the soda machine, you know? Oh, I must have spawned it. Good old bottle Professor Chaos. I have to pay for this? What a rip. No thanks. Okay. How did I find out that I got cheated on? So I have only ever had a single girlfriend once. I have been intimate with women since then, but as far as a committed relationship, I've only done it the one time. Not because I got cheated on, it just happenstance. But the young lady I was dealing with at the time had a guy who was in one of her classes. This guy was not very nice to her. And, well, he had a crush on her too, but when she started dating me, he got upset because he liked her and he didn't feel like he felt like it was unfair to him. So he had an attitude with her and would say passive aggressive things to her about her race and make really bad, inappropriate jokes with her a lot. At least this is what she told me anyway. I did not go to school with her, so I had no idea that all this stuff was. I only knew what she was telling me, put it like that. But pretty much the guy was treating her really poorly and disrespecting her because he was mad that she dated me instead of him. And it's hard for her to avoid him because they had a class together. So, you know, she's just a victim in all this. At least that's how she explained it to me. And I felt really bad. I was like, dang, I wish that he was not such a jerk. And I'm sorry that you have to endure that. But, you know, that guy just goes to show you that you made the right choice not dating him anyway. Well, she and I ended up breaking up, obviously, because we're not together now. And some years later, come on, man. Some years later, we reconnected, and she, I guess, didn't like that I had moved on so easily from her. And this was only like a couple years after we broke up. So I don't know. She was still harboring some feelings, I guess. And she decided to just blurt it out and just tell me there and then, like, hey, listen, when I was dating you, I cheated on you with that guy that I told you about. And I was kind of like, okay. I actually kind of, I laughed at her because it was kind of like, well, I don't know why you're telling me this now. Like, am I supposed to get mad about something about you cheating on me years ago when we dated? We don't even really hang out anymore, so I don't know. Doesn't really change. Doesn't do anything now. Like, that was years ago. It's what it is. I can't even. I'd be kind of silly to be mad about a chick cheating on me from a past relationship. Like, we're not even together anymore, so I don't know why I'd let something like that bother me. But yeah, that's how I found out. I dated the young lady for a few months, and she, during that time, had a classmate who she used to complain about all the time, how he was disrespectful and rude and said really messed up things to her. And she didn't like him, apparently, but she liked him enough to let him do his business. So that's how I found out. She told me years later. You know, in hindsight, I mean, it was obvious, because I don't know why any person would spend so much time and energy on a person who they don't like, and who doesn't like them. Like, if you don't like somebody, just stay away from them. It doesn't make sense that you would be... Oh, that's a new altar location. Nice, now I know. It doesn't make sense that you would spend so much of your time and energy on someone that's mistreating you. Hang on a second, guys. My screen dimmer is dimming the screen. Okay. Nice. There she blows. Oh, I can't afford it. Why did I think I could afford it? Off rip. Oh, there's another stupid Void Seed. Alright, graphics card. Just know whatever happens tonight, I love you. Whatever happens tonight, I love you. Don't mind me. Just activating the teleporter is all. Alright, I gotta take these things out quick, because if these guys have void whatever, it's gonna be big problems for Monsoon tonight. One down. What the? No comment. Hey! Hey, you! Stay out of trouble over there! Oh, gosh. Alright, I think the right thing to do right now would be to take out this Void Seed. That's right, I struck a little baby void thing with lightning. You gosh darn right I did. I do not play. Woo! What did we win, folks? I do not play. I don't care. You might call it overkill. I don't mess around. But yes, my advice, my dating advice, gents, if you're, or for anybody, if you're dating someone and they're constantly telling you about some person that they don't like and they're complaining and like, well, actually, let's put it like this. And this goes beyond dating. Don't deal with people who deal with negative people, okay? If you're dating someone and they're constantly in the presence of someone who is negative or a detriment to their happiness or anything like that, like, do not do it. Where'd it go? I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Jeez Louise. Do you want these things to spread? Is that it? God, I'm telling you, the Warbender, it proves itself useful again. Whoa! Get out of there, drones! Get out of there! Yay! Nice. One left. All right, they're gonna block it. Of course they are. Nope. Nice. Oh, nope. No thanks. Yes. Yeah, guys. If you're dealing with someone, don't deal with someone who is dealing with negative people, who's in a negative situation, negative state of mind, who speaks negatively. That's the easiest, no-brainer, easy mode tip number one. When you're dealing with a person, whether this really doesn't matter what your dating preferences are. Like, this should extend to anyone, even in your friendships, your jobs, your business relationships, whether you are a business person yourself or you're a patron. Don't deal with negative folks, guys. Only deal with like the best of the best positive people who are going to do right by you and others. Everybody has bad days every now and then, you know what I mean? And you get upset and you feel angry, but like, to take it out on other people, that's a big no-no, guys. Someone who does that habitually, like, who makes a habit out of just trashing other people no matter what, it's not good, man. Now, if I had known this before I started dating, then I never would have got with a chick like my ex, because that's what she did a lot. She would constantly talk bad about other people and, you know, always have negative things to say about other people. Like, even beyond, like, more than just this guy who she cheated on me with. Like, she just would that was her thing, man. She just talked bad about people a lot, you know. But I also used to do that as well, and I was not in the best frame of mind back then. Oh my goodness, I wasn't in the best frame of mind back then. So, you know, it stands to reason that I'd end up with somebody like her, because we were both very similar in that respect. But yeah, talking bad and saying, oh, this guy is doing this and saying this and being this and making these jokes, I don't like it, and this and that, but he's in my class, and, you know, we're in this club together, we're in this after school club together, and so I guess I kind of have to just deal with it, but I really don't like him. So you didn't have to stay in that club. You could have been spending time with me instead of doing that club. Join the Monsoon Commando club. How about that? Come join this club right here. Shoot. You know, but, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, you meet somebody who talks bad about people a lot and they make a habit out of it, just stay away, man. It's no good. You know, sometimes you'll date someone who they talk bad about somebody because they actually like them, and so they'll be sitting there trashing the person, saying, oh, so and so said and did this and I don't like them, when in reality it's like, actually you're really into them and you just don't want to admit it. So definitely watch out for that, guys. You date somebody, whether you're dating a man, woman, child, I almost said man, woman, children. Well, okay, yeah, I'm sure there are some younger folks who watch this too. So if you're younger also, there you go. Maybe you're too young to date right now, but I'm sure at one day you will be old enough to date. And when you do, make sure that you find someone who is a positive thinker, who does not sit around trashing other people or talking bad about them, because sometimes that could be how they mask their intentions with another person. But also, it's just negative overall. Like, regardless of whether or not they're cheating on you, who cares? Just stay away from it altogether for your own mental health. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back. I would have loved to play Street Fighter V if it weren't some poop. Yeah, some of my favorite streamers. What? Oh, that's right. Money from the last stage. Got it. No, I mustn't be tempted. I have to focus on hitting that teleporter ASAP. I found you at last, my sweet. Wait! Maybe I should hit the blue portal. Where is it? Alright, maybe. Maybe. What? It's not here either? Dang, nabbit. So it's in a place I don't know. That's not good. That's really not good. Here, you're coming with me. There goes that jet engine. Boy, what a time to not know where the other blue portal is. But you know what? I looked for it. I didn't find it. Maybe I can Google it or something. I'm gonna Google it. How'd you miss? I didn't even really dodge properly. Alright, it's not over here. Up here? It's not here! They lied! Oh, it's here. Oh boy. Wait, it's down here. Here we go. Get up out of there. There's another one. Cry! Yes, 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 yes. Yes, Mark. You missed. It hurts. There we go. I've learned my lesson. I have learned my lesson. I know exactly what to do in times like this. Oh my, that startled me. Now how terrible would it have been if that actually ended my run? Goodness gracious, man. Get thee away. Get thee away. Nobody mess with Haywood. Nobody mess with Haywood. Ah! Nobody mess with Haywood. If you haven't already, please check out Nope. That movie's awesome. It's pretty good. It's a good time. All right, now that the game and the music have calmed down. Next question is, in 1972, researchers at MIT have concluded that since society will collapse at around 2040, what is your opinion on this? Well, I kind of said earlier, people don't have any empathy. You don't care about their fellow man. Everything's kind of predicated on more novelties, like and societal constructs. So if that's what's used to judge a person's worth and value, then you know your society is already mashed up. So yeah, I think it's already bad. Maybe they're talking about, like, you know, everything just gone society, like everything's just destroyed and it's literally like a no man's land. But to me, it already feels that way from a spiritual standpoint. So next question. 2040, I'd say maybe around, when did all this stuff really start? I guess once like all this really bad rhetoric started popping up. So like like around 2014, 2015, that was like the beginning of the end, man. I just wish that there were better ways for people to convey their frustrations with the ills of the world without having to poop on the next person. This was sure people found better ways to do it. And then, you know, try to justify it by saying like, well, this group of people is known throughout history for pooping on other people, so it's okay if I do it. No. Man, what is with this RNG tonight? I mean, a 57 leaf on stage 1 twice in a row. Come on, you had to know it was gonna be a good night. But yeah, 2040, I say a thing done already. The society's already matched up. So next question. What would be the worst fluid, the absolute worst fluid to drown in? Probably acid. HCl, like hydrochloric acid, because it's burning you while you're drowning in it. It would hurt really bad. Like really bad. Huh. Let's print this. There we go. Let's get a green. Let's get a green item. Yeah, I would say HCl would be the worst because it would burn really badly and it would go into every single orifice. So like it's burning your eyes, but also even if you close your eyes, it's burning your eyelids. It's getting in your mouth. Even if you close your mouth, it's gonna burn your gums. It's gonna burn your ears, your ear canal, your private parts. Like everything is getting burnt up. Period. I'll take that. So yeah, definitely hydrochloric acid would be the worst thing to drown in. Yeah, he got off lucky. All right, next question is, how stupid can you get sometimes? I play this game for fun. That should tell you enough right there. A roguelike game where you get punished hard, unless you've been playing with excellent RNG for at least 2.5 hours, you're gonna get punished so hard. So you have to really sink your time, attention, energy, and focus into it to even see a glimmer of a reward. So yeah, I'd say pretty stupid. Pretty stupid. I don't even need it. I'm just hating it for fun. Are you my mother? Are you my mother? Just hold on. Don't summon anything. Just hold on. Just hold on a minute. You don't need to summon any beetles. We got the beetles right here. I am the beetles. Nobody mess with A-Wood! Yeah! Nobody mess with A-Wood! Nobody! I smell a rat. Not only was that a badass boss fight, but I mean, that was one of my favorite tracks from the One Step From Eden soundtrack. If you guys haven't played One Step From... Okay, you want to know a good, really good roguelike game to check out? One Step From Eden. I have a good chunk of the soundtrack playing for the remainder of the stream, so definitely. I am not trying to say anything bad about Risk of Rain. I still enjoy this game. And you know, I do play the best character in the game, so obviously I must enjoy it to some extent. But I'm saying, like, as far as roguelike games go, dude, One Step From Eden, they got it. Excuse me. It always, like, you never feel... Playing One Step From Eden, if you're somebody who just doesn't have as much time to game like that anymore, you know what I mean? And you just want something, but you still like roguelike games with permadeath and things like that, and like fast-paced action, dude, that game is so good. I mean, to give you an example, if you want to get to the final boss of the game, it takes like what, maybe 30 to 45 minutes to do a full run, beginning to end, right? I mean, that's pretty good. If you play Risk of Rain 2 for 30 minutes, I don't know how close to be the final boss, if at all. I mean, you can do it though. You can definitely play the game for 30 minutes and see how far you get. You ain't gonna make it to no final boss, I'll tell you that right now. I just say, like, as from my perspective, now for my younger gamers out there, you guys might not feel that way, but for the older folk, ooh, revenge. Who's that? Oh, the Prion. What in creation are y'all doing up here, man? Acting crazy. Do I have a shipping request for him? I don't think so. Boop. Oh, see, what I could have done was I could have got a blue item last stage, and then, or on in the new altar, and I could have used this cleansing pool. But yeah, if you guys, if anyone who's ever played like the Battle Network series, like, you'll really enjoy the aesthetic. Ooh, shiny. If you ever played the Mega Man Battle Network series, and you will really appreciate the... Oh, let's see how crazy we can make this. Let's do it. Oh, this is gonna be wild. I'm gonna have a lot of fun on this final stage. This is gonna be so fun. But yeah, if you ever play Battle Network, or you like that whole like action RPG grid style element, like this game, one step from Eden, man. Check it out. They have it on Steam. Ooh. 25. 25? Oh gosh, what have I signed up myself for this time? What have I gotten myself into this time? Don't look at me. Okay. Cannot let that touch me. It's not even a joke. This is not even a joke anymore. Oh gosh. No, it's not fair, it's not fair, it's not fair! Forget about it. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Got one down. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how I'm still alive after all of that. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy. There we go. Okay. Let's head over here where it's safe, yeah? Oh man. Why did I get a Jester and a Drown? Why did I get that? Why did I pick that up? That was not smart. Okay, boss is dead. What about everybody else though? I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this. Is it the voided one? Yup. And I'm out. That's it. I'm out. Oh my. I thought I had more jumps than that. How do I get back up here? There we go. All right, if I don't take out that imp over... Whoa! There are two? How is that fair? Take him with you. I'm very afraid right now. Did I do it? Did I do it? Heck yeah! Heck yeah! I want to say something else, but I'm not going to. Hell yeah! There we go. Okay. Well, with the Imp Overlords dead, how hard could it be? Company, move! No, no, no! It's not fair! Oh, it's not fair! It's not fair! It's not fair! Ah, okay. They cannot expect me to deal with those accursed Clay Templars while they're voided. That's just not even cool, man. Come on. Ladies and germs, that right there is how you obliterate on Monsoon. That is how it's done. Yeah! Yeah! Nobody messing with any wood. Nobody! Oh, I did it. Sweet, sweet victory. I did it. I finally did it. We did it, guys. We obliterated our Monsoon. We showed them what's for. We showed them what's for. Okay. Final question before I roly-poly. Oh, so yeah, how stupid can you get sometimes? Yeah, I'm stupid enough to keep playing this game and thinking that I'm gonna have a easy breezy time. It's never easy. You saw it for yourself. You saw it. I was erasing people off the screen like I had a eraser in my hand and just rubbing them just one by one, and yet I still had to fight and clamor, man. And if that voided Clay Templar got me, oh, it'd have been over, man. It'd have been over. Oh man, good grief. But yeah, all right, the last question here is, what do you wish you spent more time doing 5 years ago? How would it have changed or affected your life now, and why? I don't believe in changing the past at all, but I'd say something I wish I spent more time doing was learning more IT skills. I spent a long time trying to get into software development. I mean, I was interested in both IT and software development after I graduated, and I wasn't sure which one to do, so I just picked software development and say, hey, I'll try this, and if it doesn't work out, I can always go back to IT. And I enjoyed what I did. I don't take any of that back, but when I got into the field, I saw like it's just not for me. The companies in my area where I live are typically a lot of younger folks, and they are more oriented towards like talking about politics and personal things and just creating a very oversharing, open door kind of environment, and that's just not for me, man. I am not a private person, but I'm very conservative in how in what I share with people. I don't like to tell everybody everything. I mean, I've been doing this for months, and even when I had like you guys don't really know too much about my personal life, you know, because I like to keep it that way. Only people who are in my personal life should know about my personal life, you know. So yeah, I found that in my experience, software development just wasn't for me because a lot of the technology stacks were really stinky and cruddy, and there were just too many dependencies to use, and a lot of times those dependencies don't work the way they're supposed to, and you just have to kind of compensate for crap technology, and I didn't like that. I in IT, you know, it's not, it's depending on what area IT you're in. Typically, if the technology sucks, you just don't use it, right? But like to have all these different dependencies and things like that, I just didn't like it. I knew what it took to become better at software development. It just was not worthwhile to me. And like I said, the companies that I worked at and the people who I networked with were just, I feel like they just needed some serious therapy. And unfortunately, a lot of people, they just don't have the right people around them to teach them these things. And so they end up, you know, now your coworkers, your boss, and the people in your on your team are your therapists, when reality is like you should really keep a lot of stuff to yourself. But that was just my experience. Yeah, so if I had gotten focused more on IT instead of software development and just kept software development as a hobby, then I would be I have way more certifications than I do now. I'd be making at least 6 figures by now, and I would be able to afford better housing, finishing my degree, paying off a lot of my consumer debt, and maybe even help out my parents. You know, they're pretty up there in age, and if I had more bread, then I'd be able to provide more resources for them. So definitely, if there's something I would have spent doing more time on 5 years ago, it would be furthering my IT career and my IT skill set. But yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight's run, y'all. Thank you again for tuning in. You know, like I said, you guys want to support the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you want to super support, then please, yeah, well, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Almost got hit with a copyright. Forgot that was in my playlist. But yeah, definitely like, comment, share, sub, all that good stuff. If you really guys, I mean, really don't have to, but if you really want to support, then you know you can kick me some bread on Patreon or on Twitch. I don't have the join thing on YouTube yet, but when I do, you can do the same thing there. All that's in the description below, so you can check that out. But yeah, this is the Monsoon Commando signing out, and I just obliterated. I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, get out there and survive. And also, don't forget, guys, you know, treat each other, let's look out for one another. You know, a lot of these questions tonight just reminded me of how disconnected a lot of folks are in terms of like how to respect and treat one another. And I don't think that we're beyond it. I just think that people have gotten away from it because, you know, society has just moved in that direction, man. That's really all that it is. But if we look out for each other and we treat each other with respect, you know what I mean, and try to think and stay as positive as we can. I know that sometimes you want to hear that, you don't want to do that, and there are times where it's rough, and even Monsoon Commando don't like to think positive all the time. Sometimes I want to focus on the obstacle in front of me and try to figure out how I'm going to overcome it. You know, I don't have time to really be head in the clouds, spaced out kind of thing, but, you know, at the same time, just respect one another. Treat each other with respect. You don't have to like everybody, but at least, you know, respect people's space, respect their humanity, respect their existence, and, you know, just don't rag on them or treat them poorly. Don't, you know what they say, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything at all. It doesn't matter what the other person said or what a certain group thinks or whatever. Just leave them alone, man. And if you do all that, Monsoon promises you your life will be a lot better, a lot more cheerful. So yeah, all that being said, guys, thank you again for checking out Monsoon Commando, and I will catch you guys tomorrow night. Peace. I think I'm gonna let this one ride out.